Hey traders, before we get into the video, we got to take care of the legal stuff here. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to read the disclaimer. Basically what it says is I am not a financial advisor. Everything contained in this video is for educational purposes only. The information contained in this video is not an invitation or advice to buy, sell, or trade any specific security. You should be aware of all of the risks associated with securities trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor prior to executing any trades. Now, if you do choose to trade based off of any information in this video, you do so at your own risk. Now, with that out of the way, let's jump into the content. Hey guys, what's up? It's Ace coming to you June 17th, 2021, 7 p.m. or just shy, I should say, of 7 p.m. here in California. Hope you guys are doing well. Today was an incredible day in the markets. I want to go ahead and show you guys a little bit about what the markets looked like overall. So what we're looking at here real quick is the S&P 500. This is the E-mini S&P 500 futures. And this is what they look like intraday. We had some really nice moves up and down within this kind of a little bit of a range area, if you will, from 42.21 down to about 42.05. And so we were range bound there, but you could have caught some pretty good intraday moves here. We had this huge flush down, and then we literally U-turned and rocketed right back up. So nice V flush there, and then of course we chopped into the end of the day. So was there some opportunities in SPY, in the SPX, or in the Nasdaq futures today? Absolutely. But you know what was really on fire, guys? Nasdaq. Nasdaq was crazy. Look at this, 180.79. That's where all the money was flowing into, was the Nasdaq. And what that means is money was flowing into the technology sector, which is the sector I like to day trade the most. So let's just compare what we saw with the Nasdaq futures and look at this out the gate, guys. Literally rocket ship, just rocketing straight up, textbook pullback, another leg up right into the 8:40 a.m. hour here Pacific Standard Time. That's 11:40 a.m. over on the East Coast. Perfect time to pretty much take a break, but it didn't even take a break. It just literally retraced right back into the support zone at 14.056, and then rocketed right back up to intraday highs, and then we just went ahead and consolidated, moving to the right, which is pretty standard for a close. A lot of the times we get that consolidation into the end of the day. So anyways, guys, what did this mean? This meant that there was a lot of trading opportunities in tech. Now, this goes back to one of my other videos I made, guys, where I talk about focusing on 1, 2, 3, or maybe at tops 4 stocks, make them your best friends and make a lot of money from them. And if you focus on them, you're not going to miss out on moves when they get the moves, when they get the volatility, when they get the action. You're going to be able to be there to see it and take advantage of it. If you want to see more about that video, right up here in the right hand corner, you should see a little flag with a link to that video. I highly recommend checking it out. It's about how trading one name can make you more money. The name I love to trade the most is Amazon. I'm an Amazon trader. I trade Amazon, Tesla, SPY, and QQQ. So I have 4 names that I will day trade or scalp, and out of those 4, I do most of my scalping and day trading on Amazon and on the SPY. Okay, so today was an Amazon day for me, and I just want to go ahead and show you what this thing looks like on a daily. It's incredible. And as you can see, today it was a rocket ship. Look at this thing, straight up. There's like hardly any selling pressure whatsoever. Very tiny wick to the intraday range, $96.20, guys. That is massively huge. If we go in here and we look at the expected move for the front weekly contracts, we have an expected move of $34.68. This thing did 96 in one day. What was that? Almost like triple. So huge day. And if you take a look at this candle down here on volume, you're going to go ahead and see that we had a ton of buyers. This is almost an exclusively buying candle. If you look at this label right here, it'll tell you there were literally only 8% of this entire volume bar was sellers. The rest, the 92% of that volume bar, was all buyers. And of course, as you can see, so I was in Amazon today making some really great trades. The one thing I wanted to go ahead and do within this trade recap is I wanted to show you guys exactly how I got into this trade and exactly how I was able to see smart money getting into their positions intraday, which actually helped me take an extra scalp and make me more money today. And that's a pretty cool thing. So let me just go ahead and hop over into this chart here. And so basically, price opened up, started moving here along the bands, okay? And right about what was this? This was right about 7:45 when price pulled in here. It started forming this 15-minute demand area, okay? And I was watching this demand area, and at the same time, I was watching the flow on Blackbox stocks. And let me go ahead and bring this in. This is a platform that I use to spot and follow the smart money. So I was watching Amazon flow, and I saw this hit at 8:07, and this was interesting to me, okay? Because this was a $776,000 block trade that was just slightly in the money, okay, and it came in right at 8:07. Now, why is this particular print interesting to me? I'm going to explain why. Because I was looking already at price pushing off from this demand zone on this off of this demand zone right here, and let me just zoom in a little bit so we could see it better. There we go. I was already watching price at this time push off this demand zone. On volume, we have a squeeze that had formed here, and this was the very first candle where it went from red to black, and that means that volatility is expanding. We had a TMO cross right here. We had the MACD going from under the zero to over the zero, and look at this candle, we look at this volume bar. It's almost exclusively buyers. And on top of that, it's right at the average range for the last 30 bars. And we have a wide range body forming. This all was telling me, hey, buyers are flowing in. Then I see that print right here. This is a resting bar. The very next bar is a resting bar, okay? And you can see volume dropped off just a tiny bit. Still a lot of buyers on that volume bar. We still have that black dot, meaning that volatility is expanding, and the cyan histogram pushed up just slightly. So this resting bar fakes out a lot of people, okay? Because sometimes they think, oh man, what is price going to do? Roll back over? Well, when that print came in, and I'm going to throw this back up on the screen so you guys could see my thought process. When this print came in at 8:07 and showed me somebody just bought in, they bought this at the ask, which means this is an opening transaction. This is directionally biased for $776,000, and they're getting in right now. Now, granted, this is 6/25 expiration, but that's still next week's expirations. So I'm thinking, okay, I would have rather seen a sweep for this week's expirations, which shows me more urgency, but still, that was a pretty cool thing to see on that resting candle, okay? And it gave me more conviction that we might see the next candle push up, okay? Now, what happened was when this candle opened up, I entered into my scalp on this candle, okay? Because I saw the volume come in. Once again, we had now a print higher on the MACD histogram than the previous candle. We had a print higher, the TTM squeeze histogram printed higher, and now we popped a green dot, which means this is a volatility expansion, which is what's going on. And what that means, with the volume flowing in, with that print I just saw on Blackbox stocks, people are coming in, buyers are coming into this. So I literally hopped in, I bought the 34.45 front weekly calls. This scalp on this candle for me, I bought in, I think about halfway up from where my cursor is to the top of the candle. It lasted about 40 seconds, and I sold super fast into strength. In that time, my position went from $18.40 to $20.75. Let me show you here. Here's my first trade, $18.40 to $20.75. Now, I only traded one contract, and the reason for that is because we're right beneath this huge daily supply zone. And on top of that, we're pushing 4 ATRs on this candle, which means we're really far away from the mean, which is the 21-day exponential moving average. We're far away from that. I don't want to go ahead and get cute with a trade and try to stay in there. So I just wanted to sell into strength, take my quick gains. But guys, look at this. From 1840 to 2075, that was basically a 12.77% return on my investment. And that trade lasted about 45 seconds. I made $235. Okay. So now at that point, I was like, okay, maybe I should be done, let's see what happens with the next few candles. And then all of a sudden at 8:17 a.m., and let me bring over Blackbox stocks. Here's the power of following the smart money through Blackbox stocks. And this is some really cool stuff. At 8:17 a.m., I see this trader come in and they sweep the front weekly 3450 calls at the money for $239,000. Okay. Now that in itself wouldn't have really been like, oh, okay, whatever. It's just one trade. But then immediately after it at 8:20 a.m., we got another sweep on the same strike, same expiration. These guys, keep in mind, price moved $4 in less than 3 minutes, and they came in again, and this time they got in above the ask, meaning that they paid as much as they had to, marketing in as quickly as possible, almost $500,000. Okay, so between these two trades, guys, we're looking at almost what? almost $800,000 in 3 minutes on this front weekly 3450 at the money strike call on Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and click into this and show you guys what I'm talking about. So I started thinking, okay, wait a minute, what's going on here? Then 8:23 a.m., we had them hitting the same strike again. For 34.54.16, okay, they were coming in above the ask. They sweeped again for another almost $200,000. And then at 8:26 a.m., they sweeped again, the same strike, and they sweeped it for another $148,000. So guys, we're talking about $1 million coming in to this market in less than 10 minutes, okay? I'm thinking, wow, that's a lot of smart money hopping in, and they're hopping in as fast as they possibly can. There might be a little bit more juice in this tank, a little bit more juice in this move. And so what I did was, after seeing all those contracts, I went ahead and at the close of the 825 candle and the opening at 826, 827, what time did I get in at? 832. So let me go back here to the chart. So at the opening of this candle, yeah, that's right, 830, this candle opened at 830, and as you can see, it's just straight up. It's an up moved candle. And what I did was I got in. We had great volume on this candle at average volume. All sellers on this candle. We're still got cyan on the MACD histogram, which shows momentum. We have the TMO green and pushing up. We still have the TTM squeeze cyan on that histogram with the green dot still showing that volatility is releasing, energy is releasing, and seeing all those smart money prints, guys. And I'm going to just drag this in again. Seeing all these smart money prints that happened before I took my trade. So the last one came in at 826. I opened my trade, I think, at 831 or 832. I got in on this candle. I took this move up. Guys, I got to be honest with you. This was super, super, super quick trade for me. I want to say I was in this trade for, I think, a minute, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just check my trade here. I got in at 8:32 and 31 seconds, and I was out at 8:33 and 29 seconds. And I got I went from $20.40 to $21.10. I got an ROI of 3.43%, or $70 for 1 minute. Okay. Pair those two trades together, $305 for literally 2 minutes. Being in the market for 2 minutes, $305, okay? And that, my friends, is the power of being able to see smart money. Because I wouldn't have taken this trade. Quite honestly, if I didn't see those prints come through, I wouldn't have taken this trade. I wouldn't have gotten that extra money. But that's what seeing smart money can do for you. It can give you conviction and say, okay, smart money's coming in. Real quick, a couple other things about Amazon, guys. Is that going into tomorrow, if you guys want to just keep an eye on Amazon, we had some massive dark pool prints coming in here after the market. They all hit at $34.89.24, which was the closing price. We have a $191 million dark pool print, a $94 million dark pool print, and a $402 million dark pool print. This is big money. This is smart money. They're loading up at this level. I don't quite know why, to be honest with you right now, but this is just shy of $700 million, okay, or over a $500 million in money that flowed in right after the close here, and then about an hour after the close here, and they're hitting the same price. Now, if we come over here and we look at the Blackbox charts, and let me just pop this out here real quick. Come on, there we go. We're going to see this is that big dark pool print at 34.89.24. It's right here, okay? And it's into the close. And right now price is above it. So what does that mean for us going into the market tomorrow? Well, as you can see on my charts here, and let me just kind of slide this to the right a little bit. This is that dark pool print level right here in the cyan color, and you can see I have it labeled, okay? We're right below 3,500. 3,500 is massive psychological support for Amazon, okay? It's going to take a lot of volume. It's going to take a lot of smart money buying pressure to break up and above that, okay? So what I'm looking at here is this dark pool print to me is kind of like a line in the sand. Either we're going to rocket up from it, probably crack through 3,500, run to 3,514, and I think there's one above it at 3,550 resistance right up here, okay? Or if that's not the case, then we could go ahead and retrace back down, and we have a couple of different areas we can hit. We have a 30-minute demand zone right here at 34.59 where we could see a push down and then a bounce up here. Or if it's a real hard flush, we can flush all the way down to the 34.33, which is a 15-minute demand zone, and then we can bounce back up. I think one of those two likely scenarios would happen. I mean, really, if it was a hard flush, this is 34.06 is a 4-hour support level. I don't think that we're going to get down there even if we flush hard. I would not think we would get all the way down there. I think that would be a massively huge move. That would be almost 80R, about 75R in one day. I don't think we're going to do that. I think if we do flush down, we'll hit one of these two demand zones and then bounce back up. If we rocket up, then that's going to be really interesting, because if we head over to an hourly chart, then really what we're seeing is actually, now even better, let's go to a daily chart. Because then really what we're seeing here is if we rocket up, I mean, we could, if we break through 3,500 and 3,514, which wouldn't be hard to do, we could actually see 3,550, and we could technically see all-time highs on Amazon if that is the case. So, you know, there's no crystal ball in trading. We can only kind of put the probabilities and statistics the best we can on our side, and then go from there, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So anyways, guys, that's the trade. The last thing I did want to go ahead and do here before I let you all go is I wanted to show you once again a little bit of the power of seeing what the smart money is doing. Okay, so what we saw yesterday, this came in at 3:00 p.m., okay? And they started slamming these 3,400 at the money calls. And I'm going to show you on a chart what this looks like, but I just wanted to show you real quick what it looked like on the options, on the options flow, the unusual options flow. So smart money came in and they started slamming on 6/16, which was yesterday, 3 p.m. And I'll tell you how exactly I know what time these came in at. They started hitting the 3,400 strike calls above the ask sweeping 195,000, above the ask sweeping 263,000, at the ask 316,000, above the ask 252, above the ask 296, sweeping into the close front weekly at the money calls. Hello, do you think somebody knew something was going on today with Amazon? Quite possibly they had a feeling maybe Nasdaq was going to rocket up. I mean, smart money knows stuff we don't know, but somebody knew something, because you're talking about 2, 5, you're talking about, what's this, 1.1 million, 1.5 million, 1.8 million, you're talking, was this 2.1 million, and I'm really doing quick math here, guys, 2.4, so about $2.4 million in about 10 minutes yesterday before the close. They're buying into these front weekly at the money calls on Amazon. They knew something was going on. Now, let me show you on the chart what I was talking about here. They were doing this right here, guys. So price came, it went into this 4-hour demand zone. 4-hour demand zone, that is huge support. So it does not surprise me it came into this demand zone and literally rocketed right out of it, because smart money has a lot of their buys right in here. Anyways, it pushed up, and then right here, guys, this is where they started buying, was on this candle. 12 o'clock, 12:05, 12:10. That was the last candle they bought on. They bought on these 3 candles, all those contracts, right into the close. Okay. So anyways, if I would have seen this and I would have seen that flow yesterday, there is no doubt in my mind that I might have taken a YOLO going into today, because $2.4 million in 10 minutes, 15 minutes being purchased by smart money, front weekly calls going into the next day. There's a really good chance somebody knows something's going to rocket up and something's going to happen. So I might have taken a YOLO, but you know what? Even still, I made good money today. I mean, $300 for literally being in the market for 2 minutes. I'll take it all day and twice on Sundays. Anyways, guys, that's it. I don't want the video to be too long. I hope you really enjoyed it. Once again, just showing you guys how to use smart money. Guys, if you want access to this information to be able to see smart money, if you want them to go ahead and teach you how to use this platform, meaning the professional traders at Blackbox Stocks, I do have my affiliate link down below in the description. Feel free to click on it. They have a special trial going on. I'll go ahead and post that as well for you. They have some great discounts as well. If you do use my affiliate link, you do get to save money on your first month. I make a little bit of money. You get to save money, but you also get to be part of a great trading community, great platform, proprietary indicators like we're looking here, this dark pool volume bar. This is so cool because you can actually see the dark pool volume bars right on your chart. So you see these dark pool prints right over here. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great night. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Please slam that like button so we can get this video out to as many traders as possible. And definitely leave me a comment down below if you have any questions or anything to say, okay? Talk to you soon.